Hey everybody, Treg here with another review. This company Pelsee reached out and asked if I'd be willing to review their P1 Duo dash cam. So we got the front and the rear dash cam in here. So we're gonna do an unboxing, review some of the specs of this, and then we're gonna get this installed on my 2022 F150. Let's get into it. Alright, let's see what's in the box here. Nice packaging, dust cloth, instruction manual, an accessories box. There's your 12-volt adapter and cables, some adhesives, a small screwdriver. That looks like your rear camera. It's got a really nice long cord there. It looks like we got the main dash camera in this box. It's not too big. It's got that adhesive up on the top. Looks like this is the side that would face you with the screen, and then that's going to be our camera on the other side. So the specs for this front camera, it's a 4K 30 FPS front camera with a 160-degree wide lens. And then if you're using both cameras at the same time, so your front and your back, then this becomes a 2K camera. And then this is a 1080 rear camera with a 150-degree wide angle lens. It has a built-in Wi-Fi app control, voice control, 24-hour parking mode, loop recording, and a G sensor to sense impact. So if something hits you, then it actually locks that video so that you don't record over it. Now if you want to use the 24-hour parking mode, you can't just run off the 12 volt. You actually have to get the Hardwire kit, which is a separate purchase. But their Hardwire kit includes the wiring to plug into your fuse box, 2 sets of 4 different fuse sets. So in this has the ACZ Micro 2, ACS Mini, ACN LP Mini, and ACU ATO. So basically everything that you would need to be able to install or hardwire this into your vehicle is included with this extra Hardwire kit. And this is a separate purchase that you have to make. On the F150 that I'm going to install it in, specifically they use the Micro 2, so it's nice that they include that in this set because I know that's kind of a hard one to get. I'll take this sticker off the camera. So you got the LCD display, power button, microphone, then your front camera, and that's your Type-C port for your car charger. On the side there, that looks like your memory card slot. It'll hold up to a 256 gigabyte memory card. I'm gonna pull out one of the older ones I've got and see if it'll work in there. I'm gonna get my fuse tester out and we're gonna see a good spot to hook this up into the pickup. So the fuse box on my F-150 is right here. I don't know if you can see that all right. Got my fuse tester here. We want to find one that has constant power to it, and then we want to find one that's ACC, so just when the vehicle is turned on. So we got a few options there. It's always a good idea to look up a diagram of your vehicle's fuse box, so then you're not going to take power from anything important. So I think I'm going to use 29 for my constant, and then 36. Let's just verify that that turns on. Yep, and then so once the battery is on, then 36 turns on. So we're gonna get our fuse taps and plug into those. Pelsee actually put out a pretty good video of how to set up these fuse taps, so I'll tag that in the video right here and I'll put that down in the description. I'm gonna go ahead and swap these out. So you can see how I've got that wired up. Wanna do your constant power on the yellow wire and the ACC just on the red. And then I ran my ground up to that bolt right there. But it's nice and clean, looks really good in there. Really easy to install those fuse taps. When I have that side piece back in place, you can see that ground wire running up there to that bolt, but it's pretty out of the way. Okay, we just wired in our fuses. We're gonna check and see if we got power. Plugged in. She's alive. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and get this set up now that we know we got good power to it. So I'm starting to disassemble the side here so I can run the wires up, and then we're gonna come up here on the door panel and then come across. So this just is pretty easy. There's just some clips inside. If you just kind of pry that open, You can get in there pretty easily, and we're just gonna run those wires right up through there. And then here, right down there, there's a little opening. We're gonna get a little pry tool in there and then pop that off, and then there's 2 bolts that hold this side piece in place. Once you can pry that off, then there's 2 10mm bolts. We're gonna pop those off, and then we can kind of lift this off of here. Be careful, this is your airbag right behind it. And then you got your speaker wires down here, so you don't want to pull those off. You can see the F150 already has some wire clips, so we're gonna use those as we're running up the side here, and then we'll just get underneath that headliner. This is just held on by clips too, so just a gentle little tug will give you that room underneath there. So we're gonna run this wire across and then come down into the front there. So we got the camera mounted up there. That wire is gonna run just right in through there. I'm about to hook up the rear camera, and then I'm just gonna take that rear camera back along the side to the back. So far I've ran this rear camera just inside the gasket for the door, through this plastic part right here, along this door frame, and then I kind of pried this one off. You can see that airbag right there. We're gonna go and stuff the rest of this bag, because they leave you a pretty big cord for this rear one. So I'm gonna stuff the excess in there, and then we're just gonna install it right there on the back. When you look at this, it's got a sticker and it's got the arrow that shows the way it's supposed to go up. So then we're just gonna take that and stick that on that rear window. I think I'll go about right there, but I wanna look on the app before I stick that to the window. All right, so we got the camera installed for the most part. I haven't put everything back together yet. I'm just gonna make sure it all works before I go through the reinstall process for the truck. So I got the app downloaded. It says to press the power button 3 times to activate the Wi-Fi, which is on. We're gonna hit add camera, then we're gonna hit Wi-Fi, and we're gonna go to our Wi-Fi settings, and there should be a P1 Duo name on there. We're gonna go back to the app. Okay, we're connected to the app. I just need to throw a memory card in there. Let me see what I got. We've got the app installed. Everything seems to be working all right, so I'm gonna go ahead and put everything back together here. Overall, pretty clean installation. Where I'm sitting right now, I can't even see it. I've got it hid on that side of the rear view mirror so that I'm not blocking the sensor that sits on this side. But from right here, you can't even tell that it's there. That wire runs right up into there, over down the side, down that side panel. Let's go take a look. We've got our side panels all put back together. From our speaker, everything looks okay. Overall, really clean. I'm pretty happy with how easy the installation was. That was the first time I've ever hardwired in a dash cam like that, and it wasn't too bad. I ran that rear dash cam wire all the way up, down the back and the side. If you're gonna learn one thing from my mistake, it should probably go down the other side. I forgot that this rear window opens this direction, so I've got it placed on the rear view. I mean, on that rear window, I hardly ever open it. If I do open it, I'll just have to come and tuck the wires back away, but that's not a huge deal. It still looks really clean. You can't see that those wires are poking out anywhere other than right here, and I'm gonna play with that a little bit just to get that cleaned up a little bit more, but looks really good. We're in parking mode right now, so that's recording out the back and then recording out the front. So we just got it all installed. Everything's put back together. Just looking at the app here, there's a lot of different settings that you can play with. Speaker volume, the voice control, Then you can choose if you want the loop recording to be 1, 2, or 3 minutes. Has all types of different settings for collision settings, automatic screen off time. You can turn on the parking monitor mode, which we just did with setting up our Hardwire kit. You can do normal, set it up to do time lapses, which is probably what I'll do. And then you can set for how long you want to do your parking record time. Other than that, it seems all pretty straightforward. So I've got my video going here. It's already created a bunch of different loops on there. So if I want to download that, I can just hit the download button there in the app. Let's take it for a drive real quick and see how it does. Alright guys, I always like to try these things out for a few days before I give my final thoughts on them. So it's been 3 days now that I've been driving around with this dual dash cam in my pickup here, and I've been honestly really impressed. I've liked this a lot more than I thought I would. It's just kind of that peace of mind, you know, it adds that extra layer of protection. If you were to get in any type of accident, you know, you have video proof to kind of show what happens. You never know when somebody's gonna rear end you or, you know, slam the brakes in front of you. So definitely just an extra level of added protection there for you and your vehicle. The parking mode, being able to park it somewhere and turn the cameras on to be recording is awesome. Right now I just have it set up to turn on every time that I turn the pickup on because I have it parked in the garage, but it's really easy to get access on the app and change all the settings real quick. So if we're headed out somewhere, gonna leave the truck out on the street, then it's really easy to just turn the cameras on, and if somebody hits it or somebody tries to break into it, you'll at least have some video proof of people around the truck. So my final thoughts with the P1 Duo dash cam is, for the price point, this is a really good deal. You can get this on Amazon. I'll put the links down below, but the app is really easy to use. It's really easy to take the video and download it. The video quality is better than what I was expecting. For the 2K front camera is really great, even at night driving around. And then the rear 1080p does give you, you know, it's obviously not as good a quality as the front video, but it's definitely good enough if you were to get rear-ended, you know, read license plates or see what's happening. Definitely good enough quality for that. Like I said, there's probably better dash cams out there, better fancier cameras and stuff, but for the price point, this is really hard to beat. If you're in the market for a dash cam, having a front and a rear camera is a good idea. And if you're looking for a good cost-effective option, then I definitely would recommend going with this Pelsee P1 Duo. So thank you to the company for sending it to me to try. Thank you guys for tuning in and watching another review. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed the video, then you know what to do. And if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. If you enjoy fishing, camping, review videos, mini bikes, I don't know. We kind of do it all on this channel. We just like to have fun. So much love and appreciation to y'all. We'll see y'all next time. Take care.